Hi, and welcome to Good Deeds Real Estate with a Mission. I'm Diane Davidson from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams, without makeup. And this is my husband and business partner, Bill Whiteacker. Hello, Bill.
Always without makeup.
Well, anyway, so we have some interesting numbers. It's our first time sort of reporting this. We're usually doing the state numbers once a month. We have kind of a sneak peek at some of the national numbers that the National Association of Realtors have just published. So please share.
So the National Association of Realtors numbers, we have to keep in mind, these are the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what we know so far. Interest rates are up. If you look at, it's interesting because their forecast, when you look at the 30-year fixed rate, we know that last year at this time last year was about 2.9%, under 3. And so we're at 4.4 now. And their forecast at the end of the year, it'll be 4%. They're not expecting it to go down. These were their forecasts months ago. And so the Federal Reserve has obviously raised their discount rate and or the Fed funds rate. And as a result, Jerome Powell has already said this week that they anticipate another rate hike, 50 basis points this time around. So that's 0.5%.
And sometime before May, I think you said, right?
I think we're going to see that before May.
That, yeah.
And as a result, he's also saying as many as 5 more rate hikes this year. So rates are going to go up. What that does to home prices, it's hard to know. Here's what we know from the January numbers. And so far, for February, we are up about 15% month over month. Same month last year versus the same month this year. 15%. Nationally speaking, comes out to about $45,000. The same median priced home last year in February, $45,000 less than this year. Significant. I don't believe sustainable. Also inventory, and this is the reason, we're going to talk about this in a minute. The inventory is 1.7 months for the entire country. So under 2 months supply across the country. Here, we're about 3 weeks, the state of New Hampshire. I was talking to a friend of mine in Virginia today who's in the business, and he said, you know what? We're 12 days.
Wow.
12 days, less than 2 weeks of inventory. So that's particularly telling. What that means is that's active inventory. Everything that's coming on the market is selling for the most part. And this is the first time that I've ever said that the lack of active inventory is causing a slowdown in closed sales. The National Association of Realtors has adjusted their numbers down just a little bit, but we're just about 6 million home sales predicted for the year.
And last year, what was it?
6.2. So we're going to have a good year. It just doesn't feel the same. And it's hard to know with the inventory and where it stands. Interest rates play a big role in that, and also pending sales. So pending sales, we have the January numbers, and the January numbers they usually come out in late February. So that's why we only have the January numbers. They were down 5.7% versus January of last year. Pending sales are a predictor of future closed sales. The February numbers are going to be out tomorrow. Friday, what's today, the 25th, 26th?
25th. 24th.
24th.
Ooh.
Who knew?
Good that we're not writing contracts.
But so tomorrow, the 25th, the numbers will be out, the pending home sales. I expect those to be down February over February. So I do believe the closed sales through Q1 are going to be down a little bit versus Q1 of last year because of active inventory not being what, even last year was a low inventory year. This year's even lower, which is every market is an opportunity for someone.
Mm-hmm.
It continues to be a highly opportunistic market for sellers.
Right. Now those numbers, if I remember correctly, from last week or whenever we did the New Hampshire numbers, are much lower. So the New Hampshire numbers, we were farther off, 18 point something percent on closed and pending, right?
Yeah.
So we're, I guess, more desirable than other parts of the country.
True, and here's why I say it's inventory driven. The foot traffic, based on the foot traffic reports, is nationwide and statewide is ridiculously high.
Mhm.
So there's no doubt in my mind, if there were twice as many homes available, we'd have twice as many sales.
Yep.
I don't think 2 buyers for every house, I think there's 6
At
buyers for
least,
every
on
house.
average, at least.
So, this is
Okay.
gonna continue, and it does not mean that if you're in the market to buy, you should step out of the market. Because if prices are going up at 15% clip, if you want a home, it benefits you to keep on chipping away at it.
Right. Not to mention when you compare what it costs to rent and the lack of control you have between rent raises and just, nope, sorry, you can't lease this again, now go out and find something new, move again, pay deposits again, and probably pay more monthly. I mean, it's completely out of your control. If you're okay with the payment and the terms of the offer that you make that's accepted, then you're okay.
The vast majority of the clients that have bought homes from us in the last 5 years, 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
that are still in those homes, their payments haven't increased. They've stayed the same, other than, property taxes have gone up a bit. But the principal and interest, if they're in a fixed, that's why I say vast majority,
Mm-hmm.
they're in a fixed rate mortgage, they've locked their payment in.
Right,
Rental payments have not been locked in,
that's for sure.
au contraire,
And availability is no better than buying in some
just
cases.
as hard.
The other thing to mention is that when you save the same payment, there are many clients that we've been able to encourage to refinance, and sometimes just lower their payment, and other times pull out equity and have the same payment and be able to invest in property. So that's another option too. I love doing those equity analyses for our clients, so they can.
Is that the plural?
That's the plural.
It's not, it's
Isn't
not
it?
analysis, I don't know.
Analysis, so that they can pull equity out that they're sitting on and invest in a market that is still appreciating. So it's an interesting time.
Well, may we live in interesting times,
Maybe we live.
and we are. So that's all I got for today.
That's all we need to got.
It's an open book test, and
Okay.
so for those that are watching,
There we go. Thank you,
my pleasure.
and thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast platform or subscribe to our channel on YouTube.